Well, the John Smith Stadium has never seen limbs like it in the away end. Will, crikey, talk us through the last 2 minutes of that game at Huddersfield.
Well, I just don't know where it came from. It's like we might as well put Greaves up front next game, to be fair, shan't we?
Absolutely,
Quite
yeah.
interesting.
Welcome back to the Whole View. We're going to be talking all things about that Huddersfield game. We're also going to be reviewing how the starters come for lots of the players, and we'll also be looking ahead to the West Brom game this weekend. First of all, though, do you think you deserved that win in Huddersfield? Because our Huddersfield fans had a very different view on it all.
Yeah, honestly, we should have won that game a lot earlier than it was. It should have been clear cut. We should have won that game with the team we have. So to get the point, I'd have been happy slash disappointed. To get the win how we did, I'm ecstatically happy. Like you should have seen us bouncing in that end, and even more so. Unfortunately, you had a massive crack come from one half of the stadium.
Right.
Somebody broke some chairs. I found out recently, so they're all jumping up and down on the chairs, and they broke them in Huddersfield. So they have sorted themselves out, I think. But
Yeah.
it was quite funny.
Yeah, I mean Huddersfield weren't happy with lots of things in that game. They weren't happy with Rebecca Welsh, who, by the way, every time she referees Hull win. So we have
Always good.
that. They weren't happy with the Master of the Dark Arts. They felt that there was considerable time wasting going on. However, as I'm sure you would point out that I think Huddersfield did lots of time wasting when they came to your place, did they not? From minute
Well,
one, as we said.
Well, yeah, I was thinking because I think they came to our end just to draw, really, to like solidify a bit more in like start their season or to restart their season. Sorry, but for us, like again, like I said, Rebecca Walsh, we've been crying for her to come back to the Championship because she went to the Premier League and she's just been booed every single game.
Yeah.
And the two she did in the Championship, one of ours, I can't remember the other one she did. She was praised by every fan, both home and away. So realistically, as much as Huddersfield were having a go, it's probably the best referee we've had in the Championship for a long while.
Yeah, well, you won't get any good referees in the Premier League, to tell you that.
Well, yeah.
You've got a terrible record at Huddersfield as well. So is it nice to get that one off your back as well?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's I don't know, it's one of the John Smith Stadium is like I've been there to watch a couple of rugby matches as well, but for to be there nicely to watch the game, I was, as I said, edging it there. I was like, oh, it's going to be a draw. We're just edging us 1-0. Then I was like, oh no, it's a draw. Oh, fair enough. Then and then Greaves just right at the end. I think we're all just like screaming for just a bit shoot, and there's like, oh, cross, oh, it's in, gets in.
Okay.
And the whole of just like scream in one go.
Unpopular opinion time. But should Carvalho get dropped?
It is a very unpopular. I'd say no. However, Seri coming back possibly. That's the difference. So we could play Seri and Morton together, or you could try Seri and Carvalho, and it might be better because them two did play together at Fulham, so they might still have the bond there. So you never know.
The reason I asked that is there's accusations from Hull fans, and obviously you've seen the full games. I've seen sporadic parts, but the
Yeah,
accusations are that he doesn't do much. That he runs around a lot. And,
yeah.
does the bare minimum. A bit of a flair player, but without the kind of the end product.
Basically,
And,
all
and,
flash
and
no bang, basically.
yeah, and actually the ironic thing is I'm sure you know that Hull fans have been crying out for a striker to start, and then when you get Zaruri up there, actually they want him taken off because he's not too much either. So your two, good signings
Yeah.
haven't been so good at the moment. Is that fair?
I don't think so because again, I think like what the West Brom guy was saying that yeah, they're better than they are for this league, but they're still they're still at a level for this Premier League to be wanting to be fancy footwork. Everything Championship isn't fancy footwork; it's a hard-working league. You're going to have to push through everything. If they don't want to work rate for it, then they'll just get subbed off. Which Rosini has been subbing them off at the right times. I think Ziori has done all right for his crosses, his distribution, and his. I think to be fair, a couple of his like short passes have been pretty well to get us up the field a bit. But we are still dependent on a single striker and Philogene doing his tricks.
Yeah. Um, And while we're on that subject, we haven't talked about that goal.
Oh,
Would you like to?
what, the one that's going to win the Goal of the Year award? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it's the audacity to try it is just crazy.
We had our Watford fan on earlier saying actually Aspilla's goal at Norwich was far better. So if you're a Hull fan, you can put some comments below if you think that the Rabona beats a 40-yard screamer every day of the week, which we don't see it often. But do you think it's going to take a special player to try something like that, isn't it?
It's a special player to actually attempt it in the first, just to attempt the Rabono, but he chopped the guy, he nutmegged the guy, and then did the Rabono, and you're like, yeah, okay, it's gone in. You've got to give it that it was just beautiful to watch.
And then just a word on Ryan Alsop. Again, a couple of fans saying, well, were they lucky? He's not looking confident. He's made a Weetabix. What's your you've talked all season about your goalkeeper. Where do you stand on him now with 12 games to go? Is he potentially going to cost you the playoffs?
Possibly, yeah. I think, to be fair, I don't know. It's more dependent on like any niggles he's got, on like possible injuries he's picked up every now and again. Do you put Pandora in for the West Brom game? I don't know, because he's a young keeper. Do you chance him on that one? And I kind of think it's going to be a hit or miss really with him. I'd like him to get better and better, but I think Pandora is going to be our number one keeper next season, to be quite fair.
Okay. All right, let's get some score predictions then from you. West Brom against Hull, and it's at your place. What do you reckon?
I'm going to go with a conservative 2-1. I think it'll be it'll be a cagey affair, but we will do a 2-1 again, I think. And it'll be weird having 3 2-1s on the bounce.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. If you're a Hull fan and haven't yet subscribed, please do so. And if you would like to come on and chat anything about Hull to Will, we'd also look forward to that as well. Thank you very much, Will.
No worries. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.